Hello everyone and welcome to this special Winter Comforts episode of Apex Luxury TV. We are shooting in the kitchen of 34 Fog Point Road in Freeport, Maine. This is an exquisite 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house on 16 private oceanfront acres, including private dock access. So to rent this or any of our gorgeous homes, please look online at apexluxuryrentals.com or give us a call directly.
Today we are thrilled to be joined by Josh Berry, who is the executive chef at Union, Portland's Press Hotel. And he is going to be showing us how to make a delicious brunch at home, since most of us have not been able to make it out for brunch in a long time. And he's going to show us how to make a Shakshuka. Is that right? Did I say it right?
Shakshuka.
Shakshuka.
Yeah, it's the tongue twister dish.
Yeah.
But that's what's fun about it. Yeah.
Well, wonderful. We are going to stand back and watch you do your magic in the kitchen, and we'll come back when it's ready.
Great. So welcome everybody. I love cooking this dish, Shakshuka, especially because it's a great meal any time of day. Breakfast, brunch, dinner, lunch. I'm very fond of breakfast and brunch dishes. They're some of my favorite foods to cook. And something like this, you put this down on a table with everybody. It's a little bit unexpected, some flavors that are a little bit out of the ordinary that you're really gonna be able to wow your guests or family. So we're gonna start off with a nice hot cast iron pan here. We're gonna put a little bit of onion. There's just a little bit of canola oil in there, just a neutral oil. Grapeseed oil would be okay. So some onions, and then I have some beautifully colored orange and yellow peppers here. What we're gonna do is just sweat these down. But what I mean by sweating them down is just to wilt them. We don't really need a lot of color on them. We're just gonna sweat them down. Basically, get the ingredients to get to know each other. That's what we're looking for. While the vegetables are cooking, we're going to start adding some of our spices. And this is one of the main differences between a shakshuka and, if you've ever heard of another dish called maybe eggs in purgatory, which would be just tomatoes, garlic, and eggs, maybe a little bit of chili. Shakshuka is full of spice and flavor. And I think that comes from the Yemen and Moroccan history of the dish. So we're going to start with just a little bit of sweet paprika. This is a little bit of smoked paprika, some cumin, a little bit of ras al hanout, one of my favorite spices. Morocco, it means head of the shop. We have a little bit of chili flakes. We'll add some garlic. And then one of those great kind of aha moment ingredients is going to be some preserved orange. We use preserved lemon a lot in the restaurant, but the orange, I think, keeps its nice floral scent, and that's going to help, especially with our cocktail that we're going to be serving later. The spices and the aromas here are incredible. This kitchen is beautiful. I think the aromas are really captivating through the house, and I know Maggie and Katie are around somewhere just smelling this stuff. It's going to be great. So, as we have the vegetables that are just starting to wilt a little bit, what we have here is some imported San Marzano tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes if you want. Just peel them first, seed them, chop them up. It's easy to grab some of these incredible tomatoes nowadays. With the liquid, you want the liquid in there too, okay? So keep that, open that up. We're gonna add a little bit of white wine here. Just gonna deglaze that pan just a little bit because we want those spices to release from the bottom of the pan. Now I'm gonna add these tomatoes right in here. Perfect. You don't want your pan super hot. Remember, we don't want to burn anything here, okay? With your spoon, just kind of like chop the tomatoes up. I still like those big chunks, and that's what we want when we spoon this out on a plate. And this dish is such a simple dish to make. It's like a one-pot dish. That's why I love making it at home for my family. And what we're gonna do is, after it's done, we're gonna just serve this with like a nice arugula salad, some local crusty bread, and then you have this wonderful shakshuka dish, okay? So now we're just gonna let this reduce a little bit, have everything kind of cook together the tomatoes, the peppers, the garlic, all those spices that we just put in there. Okay? We're gonna season this up with a little bit salt. This is just kosher salt. And a little bit of cracked pepper. We'll turn the heat down to about medium, and we're gonna let this just slowly reduce about half. What we're looking for is for the ingredients to reduce down just enough that when we put some of these incredible local eggs in, we're gonna drop these eggs in here, and the eggs are actually going to poach in this tomato spiced pepper broth, okay? When we pull it out, that's what we'll be able to eat with some of that crusty bread. Okay, so now that our Shakshuka broth has been reduced, probably right around half, you can tell where the line of that tomato sauce was. And all those ingredients are nice and malleable, and they're all got to know each other really good. We're going to kind of plop these eggs right in there on top. And once you start this process, it's gonna be going really quick because we're just gonna pop it in the oven. We don't really want hard-boiled eggs. We're just thinking like poached eggs just in some of this wonderful tomato broth here. Okay. And then as a special treat, we're gonna put a little bit of crumbled goat cheese on top. I love goat cheese. Some people enjoy feta, but I think the brininess will help with the eggs. It doesn't really work as well. So we're gonna add a little bit of goat cheese in here, and that's gonna melt and be really succulent. It'll be a great addition with that nice crusty bread. We have an oven set at 375 degrees. And we're gonna take this cast iron pan, be careful, it's really hot, and we're gonna pop the whole pan in the oven. Check it after about 5, see how the eggs are doing. As soon as the white's set up, pull it out and it's ready to go.
Oh my gosh, this blood orange mimosa is looking so good.
So good.
All right, ladies, perfect timing. Here's the Shakshuka. Those eggs are poached, a little bit of goat cheese, and we put some fresh cilantro on there. I made a salad with some arugula, a little bit of rooftop honey, yogurt, and mustard in there. That tanginess will really good. And make sure you take some of that bread and dip it in those eggs.
And a little fun secret, where are the eggs from?
The eggs, I believe, are from you.
They are?
Yeah.
Not from me, from my chicken.
Your chickens.
Little. Oh, this looks so good.
It looks so delicious. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And if you don't feel like making all this on your own, Union is open for brunch. If you would like to follow Josh on Instagram, he is at Chef Josh B. Maine, or follow Union at Union Portland.
And if you would like to come cook this beautiful food in that kitchen for yourself, make a reservation at 34 Fog Point Road in Freeport by giving us a call directly or hopping online at apexluxuryrentals.com. Thank you so much for joining us for this special episode. We'll see you next time. Cheers.